rocpodcasts.com.
Welcome to A Podcast, the podcast.
The podcast?
No, we're not doing that this time. Or yes, no, not the podcast, the podcast. I don't have it memorized yet.
Yeah.
We should memorize that someday.
A podcast.
So that we can just do it. Now that we got it written out, we can actually, commit it to memory so we act like we're professionals.
Why would we want to start that now?
I don't know. Because eventually one of us is going to have to grow up. And I would have thought it would have been you. But no, apparently it's got to be.
Are you kidding? I'm going back to childhood.
Welcome to A Podcast, the podcast. Yet another podcast that's just a podcast. That's all it is.
That's
just
it.
A conversation between two blokes and a couple beers.
Nice.
And that's how I like to do my podcasts.
Yep, nice and easy.
Next episode, we're going to have, what are we on now? We're on F. F. So, A, B, C, D, E, F. G, I don't know what just happened.
Something just dropped out.
Anyways, next week, or next episode, whatever that's going to be. What's after F?
E, F, G.
Okay. G. Perfect.
Nice.
Because he's
clicking.
a guitarist.
Nice.
It'll work out
clicking
nicely.
into place.
But that's not what we're going to be talking about. We'll start off talking about that a little bit. But
Okay.
That's not what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be teaching him a little bit about podcasting. We're going to take him to Podcast 101.
Who's this?
My friend Paul.
Oh, hi, Paul.
We call him the PD3.
PD3.
It's Paul Draper III. We call him the PD3.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
He is a musician that I met at the Clam Bake.
Ooh.
I call it the Clam Bake because it smells the Clam Bake. He has it every year, and Airwreck Radio is going. I hope maybe Bill can join us. Maybe we'll do a podcast from there, too. That would be fun.
Yeah.
That's August 15th and 16th.
Oh,
It's going to be a two-dayer this year.
Really?
Yeah, for the last couple of years, it's only been one day, but he's like, I think we could make 2 days out of this party.
Where is this?
It is a ways away. I don't remember exactly,
I mean,
but I remember it being a long drive.
Is this like a big?
Oh, I camp there. We go there. I set up in the morning. We record the bands. We interview some people. We work the crowd.
So it's a show.
There's music. There's beer. There's food. And
it's called Mel's Clam Bake.
It's just it's in this guy's in this backyard. They built a bathroom. I'll show you pictures. They're all on the are on the website and shit.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll show you the pictures. It was pretty awesome. We went last year. It was just me and Nikki.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. And
maybe it'd be me and Nikki this year.
Oh, maybe. But it's definitely gonna be me and Stace because Stace last year Stace couldn't go because he had personal issues. But this year he's reporting ready to go. I've already taken the time off of work.
Oh no shit. Why? What day is it?
August
15th.
15th and 16th.
Is it Friday and Saturday?
Yeah.
Or Saturday and Sunday?
It's Friday and Saturday.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Took those days off of work because we're going to go party, and we're going to make some podcasts, and we're going to stream it all live on airwreckradio.com.
That'll be day. Wow. That'll
all
be cool.
day long.
And interview people.
Yeah, that was the original intent for the first time we went.
Mm-hmm.
But
didn't happen.
Well, it didn't happen so much because it was just me and Nikki, and I was trying to get some recording done and make some promos and address some stuff on top of drinking and eating and partying and having a good time.
Yeah.
And Nikki was doing exactly what she was supposed to be doing, which was walking around entertaining people with her Airwreck Radio shirt on. You know what I mean? We set up a bunch of drinking games, which we're going to do again this year. We had battle shots and beer pong, and we had a bunch of drinking games. Yeah.
Ah, cool. Cool.
This year we will be IDing. We had a little bit of a problem last year with some underage kids trying to slide in there, but this year we will be IDing for the drinking games. Sorry, folks. Gotta be 21.
Yeah, right.
It's not my law. It's the law of the state. If it were up to me, once you're 18, you could die for this country. You can have a beer. But that's not me. I don't have that kind of say. Not yet. Not until I am king of the world.
King of the world.
Are you going to be king? I'm king
You're gonna
of
have
the
to
world.
go drowned in a boat, right? Be king of the world.
I'm missing the reference.
Titanic.
Okay, now I get it. I'm king of the world. Okay, I get it now. Good job. All right, my fault. Not yours. This episode starts with F.
And
I picked Francis.
foolery. Francis. I'm sorry.
Dice, I saw that. You slid that it was a little side punch. You slid a little jab in there.
A little elbow.
Little elbow.
To the rib.
I wanted to start off positive. I want to talk about Francis. I want to talk about a specific Francis. I want to talk about Pope Francis.
Don't ever call him Francis. Did you get that reference?
No.
No. Oh, my God.
What's
Kelly's Heroes.
Oh, see, no,
You
not
don't-
at all.
you
Never
don't-
saw it.
You
Never
never saw Kelly's Heroes?
No, sure not.
That was like the
We'll add it
best
to the list
war
of-
movie ever.
We'll add it to the list of things that my young ass hasn't seen that you think is amazing.
Well, it's not doesn't mean it's just a classic movie.
Eventually, I'll catch up on that list.
Fucking cast was just, phenomenal.
Right after I start giving a fuck.
Yeah, you will.
Eventually.
You will.
When's that?
As soon as I tell you all the people that were in it.
Well, why don't we make that moment right now? Tell me all the people that were in it.
Clint Eastwood, Telly Savalas, Donald Sutherland.
Okay. I don't know who the girl was. You'd have to tie her into something.
What girl?
You said, wasn't there a girl in there?
No, Clint Eastwood,
I heard
Telly Savalas.
Oh, Telly. I just assumed it was a girl.
Do you know who Telly Savalas is?
Apparently not. I thought it was a girl.
Kojak.
Okay. Okay, now I know who it is. Okay. Okay.
Let's move on, man. I can't explain this movie for you. You have to see it sometime. You got Netflix. Look it up.
Eventually, I'll get around to it. I'm sure we'll just add it to the list of shit you think I should have seen.
But you'll never see anyway.
So we're going to start with Francis.
Francis.
And the reason why I'm picking Francis is because I think Francis, the Pope, is pretty badass. I think he's a bad motherfucker. I think he's tearing some shit
What
up.
do you mean? Is he wearing leather and motorcycle boots? Or
No,
what
man.
What the fuck's he doing?
He's wearing the same, I don't know what it's called, but he's wearing suit the priests wear. I know it's got a name.
Cassock.
Is that what it's called?
Cassock.
Something like that?
Robe.
Something. Yeah. He doesn't wear the big flashy Pope uniform. He wears drab, drawed priest clothes.
I gotcha.
There's rumors.
He's got the big hat, though?
Not as big as, like, the previous.
Really?
But he does have a nice hat.
I didn't
You
know
gotta have a good hat.
I didn't know they changed hats. I thought they were all like the same hat.
No, they get their own hats. They
Oh,
kind of like
shit.
put a little twist on it.
Oh, no,
But you gotta have a good hat.
Oh, yeah, man.
Especially in Italy, it's all about accessorizing.
I know. See, I'm getting old now, so I'm actually thinking of changing my hat. Because, I'm bald, so I always wear a hat because I don't want sunburn up there. It hurts.
But you're trying to look like you're a 12-year-old playing in the
I
sandlot.
don't think I look like a 12-year-old because I wear a sport cap. But, I'm thinking
Baseball
getting a little,
cap.
short rim but fedora, a little Sinatra style maybe.
Yeah, class it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Bring up the pace a little bit.
Yeah.
They say rumors that this dude sneaks out of the Vatican at night.
Goes down to the whore town.
Goes down to the ghettos and preaches to the homeless and the poor and the hookers.
Seriously. Right
And
down there in Rome in the Vatican
and,
there.
and
Huh?
preaches the word of God undercover. He wears a hat, some glasses, disguises himself.
Does he wear a mustache?
Maybe he does. I don't know.
You think it looks
I don't even know if the guy
think he wears
can
one
grow a
that
mustache.
I wonder if he wears one that looks like maybe Father Guido Sarducci's mustache did. You don't know who Father
No,
Guido...
tell me.
You're kidding me. Oh, my God, you're so fucking young. This is sad. I can't believe you don't know Father Guido Sarducci.
See?
One of the original Not Ferretti primetime players.
That's
Saturday
him in
Night
his
Live.
big fancy hat.
Okay.
That's his biggest fancy hat. It's not nearly as big as the rest of them.
Father Guido Sarducci's mustache on him would look a little funny.
And that's what he wears 99.999
Now
of the time.
pull up Father Guido Sarducci so you know who I'm talking about there.
I love the visual things we're doing on our podcast.
Who cares if they want to see what
was
we're
it?
doing? They can Father Guido Sarducci.
We'll put it on the website later this week, maybe.
There he is, right down there. In the bottom picture there. It looks great. See? Check him out on YouTube there sometime when you get a chance. He'll make you laugh.
We're not going to check it out on YouTube sometime.
No, you, not us. You.
No, we're going to do it right now.
I find that education, I think it don't matter where you go to school. Italy, America, Brazil, it's all the same. It's all just memorization. And it don't matter how long you can remember anything, just so you can parrot it back for the test. And I got this idea for a school I would like to start. Something called the 5-minute university. And the idea is that in 5 minutes, you learn what the average college graduate remembers 5 years after he or she's out of school. With the cost of like $20. That might seem like a lot of money, $20 just for 5 minutes. But that's for like a tuition, cap and gown rental, graduation picture, snacks, everything included. You know, like in college, you have to take a foreign language. Well, at the 5-minute university, you can have your choice. Any language you want, you can take it. Say if you want to take Spanish, what I teach you is, ¿Cómo está usted? That means, how are you? And the answer is, muy bien, means very well. And believe me, if you took 2 years of college Spanish, 5 years after you're out of school, ¿Cómo está usted? Muy bien, about all you're going to remember. So in my school, that's all you learn. You see, you don't have to waste your time with the conjugations, vocabulary, all that the junk. You just forget it anyway. Now, what's the difference? Economics, supply and demand. That's it. Business is you buy something and you sell it for more. Theology, I'm going to have theology department. You know, since I'm a priest, it's only right. And what you have to learn in theology is the answer to the question, where is God? And the answer is, God is everywhere. Why? Because He likes you. That's kind of a combination of the Disney and Roman Catholic philosophies. It's just a perfect for the late 70s or early 80s, you know. Just a perfect. Well, after the courses are all over, then it's a time for a little Easter vacation. No time to go to Fort Lauderdale. Only lasts like 20 seconds. But what I do for you, I like to turn on a sun lamp. You know, I give you a little glass of orange juice. That's the snack part, orange juice. And then after vacation, you know, after you swallow it real quick, then it's a time for the final exams. I say to you, ¿Cómo está usted? You say, muy bien. Where is God? God is everywhere. Economics is supply and demand. Then I put on your cap and a gown. I get out to my Polaroid camera, you know, make a little snap a flash a picture for you. I give you the picture. You give me $20. I give you a diploma, and you're a college graduate, ready to go. And I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure, right next door to the 5-minute university, I might have opened up a little law school. You know, you got another minute?
Which is funny because I took 3 years of Spanish in high school, and that's about all I can remember.
I took a year and I can count to 20.
It's about the extent of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy, and he's a radical. He's talking about making female priests.
Really?
Yeah, and
well, it's about time the Catholic Church got with the times.
He's all about non-being judgmental. Like, he didn't go out and say it's okay to be gay, but he did say that I'm not God. I will not judge a man for what he does.
Right.
Which was kind of like, that's between you and your creator
Well,
kind of
you know,
business, which is how I feel they should feel about it.
Well, see, this is huge shit, okay? And you know,
huge shit, dude.
oh yeah, because pardon my French, but my
Microphone.
My sperm donor left when I was 5. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I had 2 younger brothers, just about 2 years younger than me. From 5 until 12. My mother raised us on her own. And, she worked full time and everything. And she was a divorced woman in the mid to late 60s. And the Catholic Church didn't even want her to come to church. She wasn't allowed to receive the host and the wine and all that. But, she was like, she felt she was trying to bring us up somehow in the church. So she was really uncomfortable going at that point in time. So we used to get sent to Sunday school and, mass afterwards, But, as a kid, you're like, you don't understand half of what you're hearing and seeing anyway. And then you're arguing with yourself, well, Mom ain't going. And she can't really explain it to you because, you're 5, 7, 8, 9 years old, whatever. And, she's trying to explain why a divorced woman can't go into the church, But, that kind of view probably is part of the reason that I'm isolated from the religion now, because I have a problem with the religion, not necessarily the theology, the religion, but the religion. And so this is huge, because to change their views like this, and especially like you brought up the gay,
he's not changing Catholics' views,
but he's allowing them.
his.
But he's allowing them to participate in mass and stuff
Absolutely.
like that. Whereas,
because every child is a child of God.
Which, my point, in the 60s when my mom got divorced, they didn't want her to participate in the mass and in any of the sacraments. Okay?
I wish I knew more Jesus quotes because I like to use them against them. But didn't Jesus say something about all of my children are equal, something along those lines?
Exactly. That's why growing up I had this hypocrisy that I was seeing. And then when I went to high school, I went to a Catholic high school, private high school, and I saw other issues with priests and the doctrine of the church. It's not, I still believe in God, but I don't believe in religion, which is, no matter what the religion, they all have their doctrines, and, you can't do this, you can't do that. God didn't say that. We know what God wants.
Do you believe in a God?
I don't believe
a
there's
mythical father figure in the sky God.
No. I believe in a creator of energy
I would have to agree that there is some form of higher power. I would agree to that. Because I can rationalize higher powers that I already know of.
Yeah.
Gravity, for example. One of my favorite to demonstrate.
Yeah, because it's easy.
It's easy peasy to demonstrate. Pick up a pen and let it go. Gravity takes care of the rest of the demonstration. That is a power that is greater than me.
But how do you know it's there? You can't see it.
I can experience it. In this case, I can use my senses to experience it.
Yes.
Because I can fall, and I can feel what that's like to fall.
Yeah, so will everyone else nearby.
I'm not saying that, but also light has proven to us that the human capability of input, of stimulation, of memory, especially in
you mean
light
ocular
form.
stimulation?
Well, in light form,
right?
It proves to us that there's only about 2% of the light band that we can actually see with our eyes.
Humans see totally different,
ranging anywhere from gamma radiation all the way to microwaves and radio.
And animals see differently than humans, too.
So that proves that there are forces that we cannot observe.
Oh, absolutely.
Based on our senses.
With the human eye.
We've built technologies to help with a lot of that. That's why we know. That's how we know that the human eye can't see gamma radiation and can't see radio waves, but we all know that they're wavelengths of light because we built the technology to allow us to see that, to figure that out. So I believe someday, eventually, maybe, we come up with technology to really answer the question. But I do believe that there is a higher power out there that we can't observe because probability theory would almost demand that it's there.
What about the Big Bang?
Okay. I think it is the best model that we have so far. Do I believe that anything that we understand about the cosmos is concrete? Outside of a handful of, gravity.
I think there's a lot
light,
more
we
than...
understand how light works now.
Yeah, no, I think there's a lot more than your statement.
I'm saying,
could
we
lead
be
other
wrong?
people to believe? Okay,
could there be holes in the theory? Maybe could things change in the future where we learn more things? We learn different things.
But daily they prove
more and more things that prove it.
Right, exactly.
They're not disproving it; they're proving it. So I'm not saying that is wrong. I'm just saying that so far it's the best model. It seems to be the best model, and who knows what the future holds for the model.
I don't know.
But expansion is pretty clear. The fact that the universe is expanding is pretty clear.
Yeah, and it's flat.
Well,
it's flat. Hey, Neil deGrasse Tyson told me it was flat.
It's flat in the fact that it has no planes, so there is no up, down, left, and right.
It's flat. It's spreading out flat.
Yes, it doesn't spread out orbital.
Like water on the table, man. It's spreading out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Flat. Don't argue with me. I like that word.
From a circular point, it's flattening out as it expands. As anything would. If you drop a ball on the floor and videotape it with a slow motion camera, you will see that the ball almost squishes to 10-20% less of its shape and out of its height and gain in width as it springs back forward.
Mm-hmm.
So all the evidence seems to point pro Big Bang. What do you think?
I'm leaning towards that. My counselor asked me if I believed in God and all that. It's part of my counseling session, and I was like, I'm not a big fan of religion. I do believe in a higher power, but I kind of think it's...
Into the microphone.
I kind of think it's more just energy. Because that's all we really are is energy.
At the bottom line, that's all anything is energy.
Absolute,
so... For fact.
I mean, which means if we're all energy...
For fact.
If we're all energy, it means all the people that are ever born are being born from energy that already existed.
Yes, Einstein theorized that
energy just changes. It doesn't. It may be infinite.
That's the theory.
The energy is infinite, and so yeah, we're all part of the same energy.
Yeah, though that's Einstein theorized that energy can be either created or destroyed. The amount of energy in the universe always has been and always will be until the end of the universe, till it's expanded itself right to the very brink, and then probably that's just another form change too that we don't understand. Mm-hmm. But I know for a fact, even if you don't believe that everything's made out of energy and everything's connected, I know for a fact that the human body is full of energy because it creates heat and locomotion and thought, and that's got to go somewhere.
Absolutely.
So where that is, not sure. How it gets there, even less than sure.
It doesn't disappear.
But I will figure it out eventually.
Oh, you and all the great scientists of the world.
Well, no, eventually it'll happen to all of us, and we'll figure it out then.
Is that enlightenment?
Many people have figured out what happens then. Because, no, it's called death. Many people figured out what happens when you die. none of them have been able to live to tell about it.
Yeah. No one's coming back from the grave and telling us about it.
Certainly doesn't happen. That's why I have problems with that fictional fucking book that the Christians love so goddamn much, because they're.
Wonder how they
react.
Wonder how they're reacting to that movie that's out now about the little boy that supposedly died 4 years old there and came back and said he saw heaven.
I haven't heard anything about this. I thought you were going to go with the Noah thing.
No, it's a movie. It's out right now. As a matter of fact, I've been watching the daytime talk shows talking about it. And it's supposed to be based on a true story. This 4-year-old boy died on the operating table or was, illegally dead for a length of time. And when he was brought to and recovered, he told his parents that he saw heaven.
Scientists say that they can tell you what part of the brain creates that hallucination. But
they can't prove it either.
But anybody who's ever done DMT, all of them, every single one of them, come back to claim that they either spoke with or interacted with powerful beings.
DMT, I'm sorry.
Being gradients themselves. And I don't know the dimethyltryptamine. I do know the name. I might be close. I might be wrong. But it's a psychoactive.
Oh, okay.
And everybody who takes it claims to, have interacted with some form of a greater being.
You think?
I don't know. It could either be somebody getting a glimpse of heaven,
but this guy,
or it could be a hallucination created by the brain.
I hear what you're saying, but you're not saying. I mean, this kid supposedly saw heaven,
but maybe
didn't see a greater being. But I mean,
maybe it was just his interpretation of it. Being a small child, he painted the pictures maybe a little more animated than an adult with complex feelings.
I almost want to see that movie, and I'm not even into them kind of movies.
And it's kind of the same thing. Did he actually see heaven, or was it just a hallucination caused by the center of the brain?
Yeah, well, either way, how do you think the Catholics are reacting to this?
Oh, well, this kid's been touched by Jesus himself. So what will happen is he will be, bestowed by the love of the
I wonder if
of the religious until some kook in Idaho starts calling him the Antichrist because he's a false idol. There you go, false idol, the golden calf.
I wonder if Pope Francis is going to see that movie.
He probably watches tons of movies.
You think?
But
you don't think he's too busy to watch movies?
They say he actually uses his Twitter account, and he has one.
Really?
And they say it's actually him. Or who the hell knows about that either? That's all fiction. What was the thing? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. More Pope Francis shit. He asked publicly for forgiveness in the evil priests touching the little boys thing for the church because it was an error judgment and sin, and he's done right quick to try to rectify it. There was a department in the Vatican that embezzled a bunch of money, and Francis bounced them.
Wait a minute, what do priests
I don't
do
know
with
the details.
embezzled money?
I don't remember what it was.
I'm just wondering what a priest does.
Priests got lots of money, like the big
I know, so
ones.
why are they embezzling it?
Well, these guys were people that just worked at they were lower end ones.
Oh.
Working at the Vatican, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Just filling in a job with
so they weren't
collar on your neck.
So they were lay people? They weren't even...
No, they were priests. He was a priest.
They were
got
clergy.
Trouble. Yeah. But he probably wasn't a cardinal or something. He probably just worked
Go back to my question. What the hell does a fucking clergy where everything's paid for by the church for them?
Except for the Mercedes. The church didn't buy their Mercedes.
Actually, they get an allowance, too, depending.
Not this guy who just works for the Vatican.
Okay. But anyway, but still, what do you need it for? You got everything you need.
Well, Pope Francis is all about the poor because Jesus was all about the poor. The guy the other day was washing homeless people's feet.
I don't know about people washing my feet, man.
Well, it's an ultimate
I know.
symbol of...
Who's that?
Probably me. No, maybe. Maybe, no, it wasn't me, pal.
Really? Mine didn't even light up. I don't know. I can't see. I got nothing, man. That wasn't me.
I did have an update, but it shouldn't have made noise.
It wasn't me.
Facebook wanted to know what's going on with Sports Rec.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Boy, where have they been?
Stop. Ultimate sign of, like, lowering yourself or servitude, or I don't know exactly what the words I'm looking for.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I shouldn't be able to explain it better.
Washing the feet of the poor. Well, that seems very poor-oriented because that's what Jesus wanted. And I thought this was going to be an episode of a podcast that was going to start out with Pope Francis and working us into a smashing religion. But it actually turned out to be more positive than I thought it was going to be.
Well, you seem to be kind of...
I'm very positive about Pope Francis.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And I figure we're going to just jump into smashing religion
after
that. But I was just happy being positive with Pope Francis. Maybe a little talk, a little banter, a little fun ski. But we'll save bashing religion for another letter. We'll save it for R or something. We need to conserve some of the topics, or we're going to run the hell out. Oh wait, we already did. All right, well, get into the microphone.
Shut up. I hear myself fine.
You can hear yourself all you want. Nobody else can hear you when you talk over there.
I hear myself here.
Well, somebody's got to.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so.
Wait, what do you got?
I was going to change subjects on you a little bit if you're done with Mr. Pope Francis.
Yeah, I was ready to wrap the episode. If you got something to talk about,
I want to tell you, you and me hit on this once before in one of our conversations, but this week, I've been on the phone chasing down information and stuff for everything I'm trying to work on with myself. And, I've had daytime TV on in the background while I've been making phone calls and going through paperwork and crap like that. And I've caught a couple episodes this week of Kelly and Michael.
All right.
It used to be Regis and Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember, we brought this up once before when they first started doing the show together.
I do remember us talking about it, but what smart-ass thing that I have to say about that tiny little blonde and that monstrous black man? And
you said, yeah, how did he get that gig or something? And I said, I don't know, but there's something just wrong about seeing them two together.
I said it was your old-fashioned racism, or did I have a racist joke?
No, you did say something like that. And I said, no, it's not that. It's like, it's like, Mike, be careful. You're going to break her. I mean, she's just so small.
I think he just ate Regis and filled in the spot, and now she's under duress.
But I got
to protest.
And, when that happened, when we brought it up, I had seen an episode for some reason, and I was like, wow. But this week I got to see two I think I saw this week. And I got to tell you, they work real well together.
Yeah, no,
Mike has done a hell of a job.
I actually like Michael.
And that little pixie she's adorable. I don't care what anyone says.
She's got guns, that girl. She got huge biceps.
Oh, she works out every day. She missed her workout one day this week, and people are gasp. Yeah. But yeah, that worked out real well, and it's Auto Week on their show. So they're showing all the new cars out there and stuff. And they were showing, there's just so much in it. They were showing some cars that were only $21,000 that were getting 40 miles to a gallon.
I'll put you in a Mazda 3 for less than that gets 41 miles per gallon right now.
Really?
Right now.
What's the cost?
And that's what's on the window sticker. But judging by a post-purchase analysis, Mazda does 103% of its advertised gas mileage. We get better gas mileage than what we advertise.
Nice.
Mazda 3.
But anyway, they were showing all these hybrids and stuff, and some of these cars were really, really sweet. And I'm not a big car guy, but, I'm just... The hybrids especially. They were, One was getting 80. A BMW was getting 80 miles to gallon.
Well, they do, but there's some backwards consequences from the way they're manufactured, I guess, and the way they're disposed of when the vehicle's done with. I guess there's some like backwards issues.
You know what else is a backward issue? Totally different subject, but
it happens.
Greek yogurt.
Gross or
Yeah.
delicious?
Well,
you decide. I say it's gross. Fuck Greek yogurt.
I think it's a little too creamy and rich for me. I like yogurt fine, but that's a little too much. And then to top it off, it's definitely more expensive. But then I found out that when they make it, there is a toxic byproduct left over.
Really?
That they are basically trying to, like, love canal it and, package it up and bury it somewhere.
Really?
That's what I'm hearing. There's a toxic byproduct when they make Greek-style yogurt.
Last results on Google search.
Environmental impact
of Greek yogurt, a waste acid, is a cause for concern by the USDA. Wow, holy shit, Bilbo. Who'd have thunk? Greek yogurt's killing the environment. Science eats babies, and yogurt kills the environment.
Right, and everyone's big kick is the Greek yogurt. Now, everyone's got to have it, and they'll just keep...
That's because they got John Stamos to advertise it, and he's dreamy.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying they're pushing this shit, and people are loving it, and what are we doing with this toxic byproduct?
Who the fuck knows?
So right there, I decided...
Dumping it into the Great Lakes?
I decided I wouldn't eat Greek yogurt anymore.
All right. I'm con Greek yogurt. Took that just much to convince me.
And the thing about it with me was, everyone was talking about Greek yogurt. And I mean, yogurt's yogurt to me. I'm like, I don't see the point in spending double what I usually spend on yogurt. But, let's try it. So I tried it, and... I can see why people like it because everybody wants more richness and creaminess and all that, but, and sometimes for me, enough's enough. Anyway, but then it's like I tried it and it's like I only had it like maybe, I only bought it like 2 times. And then I found out this information about this toxic byproduct. And I'm like, I'm going back to regular yogurt.
I gotta eat light yogurt because
I do too.
I'm fat.
Yeah, me too. 80 calories max.
Gross.
The Fit and Active, the Activia, they're smaller cups, but,
of course it's smaller.
It's good. It's probably the best. It's made by Dannon, too. And Dannon yogurt and Activia are 2 different things, let me tell you.
It's amazing the percentage of fat people in podcasting versus skinny people. Well, I'm not saying there's not anybody skinny who podcasts.
There were quite a few. I saw them.
But the percentage basis of skinny people versus at least mildly heavy people.
I don't know. I think it was fair.
Maybe it was just Air Rec Radio and a podcast tipping the scales.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe a couple others. Vinny's lightweight, but but
neither of the Lost Cosmonauts.
Well, yeah, but
or most of Under the Skin.
Sound of Tomorrow.
They're about the slightest of frame.
Under the Skin's not that big.
No, but they're Emerson and Tarno.
Schofield's small.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm just.
And and also KP wasn't there from Under the Skin, and he's a monster. That guy.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
I didn't know that either. So, and I didn't see everyone there the first night, so I'll give you it. The second night, I thought it was kind of even. No.
Well, Podfest, ROC Podfest by ROCpodcast.com was a blast. Super fun, and I'm glad that we got a chance to do it, and I can't wait till next year when we get to do it again, bigger and badder.
I gotta do that again.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I ain't here to stand it.
And we're not doing the same bit again either.
Yeah, well, good.
We already burned the joke, baby. It's gone.
It's all right. I'll dig up some old jokes.
All right. This has been episode F.
For fun.
for getting back on the saddle again, because it's been so long since we actually did a podcast. I think it was a good episode. I think I had fun making it.
Yeah,
Did you have fun making it?
Yeah, I think it went pretty well.
It was maybe a little jabbersome, but
Aren't we supposed to be jabbersome?
Yes, that's also the point. It is a spoken
We
word
didn't even
medium.
get to tell anybody what we're doing tomorrow.
What are we doing tomorrow?
We're finally getting off our asses to go see the Winter Soldier, Captain
Oh, that's
America
right.
Winter Soldier.
Again,
I'm so psyched.
Eric Radio podcasts, both Eric Radio and a podcast, are going on down to the movies
Yes, we are.
to check out some superhero.
Absolutely, baby.
So we'll talk about it on both shows next time that we do that.
And we'll only be 2 weeks late compared to everybody else who talked about it.
Exactly. It's fine. It's podcasting. It all happened in the past anyways.
There you go.
All right. Thank you for listening to A Podcast, the podcast, hosted by Eric Radio Podcasts. I'm Cory.
And I'm Buck. Have a good night, everybody.
Give it a go ahead there, Bilbo.
I don't know what to say.
Okay, I'm going to say you're going to need to talk a little bit hotter into your mic.
Really?
Yeah, we know you need. I got
All
shitty
right.
mics. You got to talk right into them. See how I talk right into my mic?
I don't know. You sound real loud, but I can barely hear me in my own headphones.
I'm having the problem with hearing me in my own headphones too.
So it's okay. Then don't worry about us. Let's just worry about us hearing each other.
How's that? Is that better?
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Is that better? Is that
Yeah.
better?
I think we're
Playback's
rocking.
gonna might be a little loud.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Cayuga Lake.
I got pretty good waveform here.
You like that?
We're about even in the
We'll
waveform.
ride the wave.
You still got to remember to talk into your
Talk into the mic.
I feel rusty. I feel like I haven't
Fucking
I feel
A, because
rusty.
you haven't done it.
And I haven't. And Stacy's been doing it for Eric, so
Ah.
I feel rusty. I feel fucking. I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm down. I don't know. I don't
Get
know.
up,
I don't
man.
know.
You
I don't know.
felt great.
I'm trying to. That's why I'm fucking drinking booze.
You got great, man. You left
No, I
the
still
gym,
feel like
you
good.
good.
Yeah, I still feel good. I just ain't in
Is
life.
that actually Jack Daniels? It is. It's cute.
Came with a bottle of Jack Daniels.
It's cute.
I was like, well, for $10 extra, I'll get the flask.
It's you can get $10 for that black.
Comparatively, yes, because I actually like Evan Williams more.
Yeah, and my flask I only paid $8.99 or something.
Oh no, travesties have happened. I've run out of watered down beer.
I took that one for the.
See, now the headphones are working. It's just us.
Yeah, I took that
You were
one.
mid-sentence when I went.
I took that one for the Oh shit! Now I forgot. What was it? I took. Yeah, I'm close. I took that flask because it was the only one they had that size. I wasn't really. I didn't like the light tan color leather, but but now it's all grungy from handling it, so it's kind of worn in.
Also I've been wearing nicer clothes, and I was thinking in my head how nice that would match like a pair of khakis.
Ah, yeah, fucking styling. Fucking fashion guru in it.
Not at all, but I.
Yeah, you are, man. You're swinging the tie,
The
powder blue shirt.
yeah, the color. I'm gonna do. I'm white and powder blue is my fucking shirt color. I'm done with all the other bullshit. Now I might go I'd wear it to go out, like the darker shirt or the pink shirt. But for work, I want a fucking white tie or white shirt, maybe the blue shirt, and a nice bright tie. I like the black tie once in a while, but it makes me feel like a waiter.
Yeah, and that black ties are for fucking waiters and accountants and Blues
You
Brothers.
feel like you feel like you look like the FBI agent or the Blues Brothers, but
Yeah.
you really just look like a waiter.
Yeah, and it's waiters, accountants, or Blues Brothers. It's, that's where you're going there. So
No, I get the most compliments on the tie. I get the most comments
You can't do the Blues
on the
Brothers
tie
without the glasses.
that you liked.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
That's
tie.
when I get most comments, whether they're positive or negative. That's when I get most comments about. And that's usually girls say, "I like the tie." You said it. Somebody else said, I don't remember who it was. And then everybody else said they didn't like the
Dad
tie.
like it too.
Yes, my dad liked it too. He thought it was pretty cool.
He's got good taste.
Because it's
too.
different. He was like, that's fucking different.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I bought it. Fucking different. I've never seen a tie like this before. Like my blue tie, my striped one, I like it, but it's very conservative. It's
Yeah, it's like
very
George
plain.
Bush Jr.
But the reason why I like it is because it matches the Mazda colors perfectly. Marketplace is gray and silver, and Mazda's blue in the logos.
Yeah.
And my tie matches the shades perfectly. So,
Let me see that thing. Bloody empty.
It is bloody. I mean, besides the last little nipper I'm going to take right now.
It's bloody empty.
Bloody empty.
You got to tip it both sides to get it all out.
I had got it up.
Wimp.
Yeah, oh yeah. But unless my tooth hurts.
Right. And then, yeah.
And then you will see somebody who's not a wimp, because I'll sit there and hold the whiskey on the tooth for like a minute and a half.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And I'll be burning, and I'll tell you, it's going to buy you another 5-6 minutes of that tooth not hurt. And if you drink enough whiskey in this process, you will go to sleep.
It works with rum, too.
I'm always afraid to do it with rum because of the sugar.
But there's really no more sugar content in rum than there is in whiskey. It's just that it's made from rum. But it's not...
It's a little higher calorie, but not by much.
Not by much at all. Especially if you're drinking a clear rum like the Superior or the...
That's true. I usually drink dark rum.
Yeah. Dark rum has a little more,
A little cane lake.
Yeah. The fucking Oakart, that's fucking smooth shit.
But you don't like spiced rum, Bill.
It's not spiced. It's just barreled.
Oh, I thought Oakart was their spice.
It's but it's a soft spice. It's not. They don't add spice.
It's not a heavy spice like
they
Captain
don't
Morgan's.
add spice. They just use Jack Daniel's old barrels.
Ooh, yummy.
Yeah, aged for 7 years in Jack Daniel's old barrels,
Which was aged for 7 years.
with whiskey,
Yeah.
charcoal.
Yeah.
So that's
Yummy.
how they spice their rum.
Yummy.
The right way.
Yeah.
They don't add a bunch of shit like Captain Morgan,
Stacy did a story for Podfest about, and it was in a whiskey barrel, and then it was bottled for shipping. It's bottled in a brandy container, decanter.
Oh, really?
And then it's served mixed with. I don't remember exactly what, but it was like real. I mean, it was $100 a drink, kind of high end. But I was like, I will kill a motherfucker for one of those.
I was looking at a fucking $1,500 dessert on the TV one day a couple months back. $1,500. What happened? You lost something.
Just because I was trying something.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to go any higher than that because I know I can remove. Oh God, the noise!
Shut up, or I'll make it worse.
Okay. The big thing is I'm in both sides of your headphones, right?
Yeah,
both sides of your headphones.
Yeah. Am I?
Talk loudly.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Go.
Check 1 2. Check
Yes.
1 2. I'm half deaf in this here,
Me,
so yeah.
me too, actually.
Yeah.
So that proves that it's not my board. It's the $20 box.
I thought we had already figured that out last time.
I figured that out because it worked at Stacy's.
Ah.
Like this one didn't work at Stacy's, and his did.
Gotcha.
But I mean, it just proves solidly, even though it's not much power coming through them,
Right.
because we're splitting off one shitty headphones channel,
Right.
which is just supposed to be for the board op to monitor the sound, not for two people to do a radio show. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, can't we go separate channels? We got the channels, don't we? No.
What do you
Not
mean
for the
channel?
headphones. Not for the headphones.
Not for headphones. We got one channel for the
Gotcha,
headphones.
gotcha.
The only other choice we have is, besides this, is to come out of here, and I don't have the right pluggies.
Pluggies.
I don't have the right
Jacks.
pluggies for that. Pluggies.
Jacks.
Pluggies.
They're called jacks.
They're called pluggies.
They're called jacks.
On this
Techno
show,
file.
they're called pluggies.
Look, you want to be an audiophile? Get it right.
And this is the guy who screamed at his parents for calling it a clicker.
Who?
Me. I
You did?
screamed at my parents for calling it a clicker. It's a remote control. For short, it's called a remote.
It's a clicker.
My parents, it's a clicker.
No, it's a TV clicker,
And I get it.
or a garage door clicker, or
And I get it, because back in my father's day when they first got cable, it actually clicked.
Mm-hmm.
So I get where click, and then you'd push the second channel down, and they go chicka chicka, and the first channel would pop up. Chicka chicka. And it was the clicker box. I get that. But now they're called remote controls. The clicker box had a wire on it. Dumbass. This is a remote.
My mom just calls it controllers.
That's I'm okay with that. Controllers is fine. Where's the controller? It controls the thing. It's a controller. I like that. Controller's good. I'll accept it. It's not as good as remote or remote control, but I'll accept it. Do you call it a clicker? You call it a clicker.
Sorry.
It's a controller
I got that.
that is remote.
Why is it remote?
From the device, because it's not attached to the device. It's over here by itself. It's remote.
Okay. I got it.
So it's a remote control. It's a controller that's all by itself. A clicker has a wire. Goes all the way back to the
my
72-inch.
Doesn't have a wire.
It's not a clicker. It's a remote control.
Oh, it's a clicker. It clicks. It only presses one button.
Doesn't change it for being a control. That's over here. And your door clicker's even more remote than a remote control for a television. Because it goes along with the ride. It goes on the ride for you. How often does your television remote control go on a ride?
You obviously never met my grandfather.
I could see that happening. It was in his pocket. We're on the way out the door. TV's still out at home. Dog's looking at the television.
What's better is my mother left it in the freezer one time.
I could see that as well. That sounds like something I would do. I was changing the channel. I saw chicken and said, "Oh shit, I gotta take chicken out for dinner." And I ran over to the freezer and I took the chicken out and left the remote in.
And no one could find it for like a fucking day and a half. Like a day and a half.
When you got it, you're like, don't use it. Let it warm up.
Not until like we made dinner the next day, you know.
Oh shit, I gotta get chicken.
Okay.
Sex,
Drugs.
rock and roll.
Here we go.
Not yet.
You know who was really good looking?
My dartboard?
No, I'm just looking up there thinking of the good looking.
I used to be able to throw darts at that dartboard.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look like it because of the basement, but it's regulation height.
Yeah.
But then I put a board in between where you stand and where you throw.
Yeah.
And now we don't play darts on that dartboard anymore.
Why? I've never hit the board.
You'd never hit the board. I will bounce it off the fucking steel and it'll come flying back at the fucking board.
Wow, lucky we got a pillow we can put over the board.
When we are done with that over there, I'm going to hang that off of my door on a piece of plywood so I can just hang it up, take it out. And then we got a whole standing lane.
Just hanging it up on a hanger.
I don't know. We might leave it there because I think maybe I'll move this over there.
Wherever you put it, put some corkboard behind it.
That's a good idea. Well, I mean, drywall, at least it won't destroy the drywall.
Just a square around it so it's, you got a place to mess.
And I can put it up with screws so that I can take it down, the corkboard, without just, it'll have holes in the wall, but it won't have a billion holes in the wall from darts.
Right.
You'll have 4.
Right.
From screwing the piece of corkboard up. That's a good idea, Bubba.
I know. I have them once in a while. Not good at acting them out, but I come up with them.
That's a good idea.
I used to play darts a lot.
That's what bars used to do?
Yeah. It was a good time in my life. 2 years of hanging out with basically 7 girls.
If we can... See, I'm going to lose ceiling height, so I can't keep it in here.
Yeah. That's the problem with this where it is, because
You can't have a high arc. If you high arc it, you're boned.
you better not have an arc.
You got a you got a frozen rope it.
It is perfect height right
It's
now.
it's
Actually,
nailed.
I think it's a hair high.
I would believe that.
I think it's a hair high because it should be right at my.
What I didn't do was factor in the width of the nail.
Okay, 5'8" and 9'5".
So I would believe that.
But anyway, it's perfect height. It should
Oh,
be-
5'8". I thought it was.
No, it's 5'8".
I thought regulation was 5'11".
Nope. 5'8".
It's 2 inches high then.
Yeah, that's what I thought it looked high. It's 5'8". The dot should be 5'8". The center, the bullseye should
I thought
be
the dot should be.
5'8".
Hmm.
5'8", 8 feet away.
Yeah, that's right where you're standing.
Yeah, I know.
There used to be a piece of tape there.
If I was drunk enough, you could just say, Bill, hit a 20. Bam. Bill, hit an 18.
Bill,
Bam.
hit a bullseye.
Yep. Well, bullseyes were
I know that.
Everyone always got confused because they figured they had me. Because I would always go for the bulls early.
And you look like a
And I
moron.
look like a moron because then fucking everyone's got 2 numbers closed.
You got a 200 points and nothing closed.
And, yeah.
And one category closed. And, yeah.
But then once I close the bull, it's like I close everything else out in 2 shots max. First one I'm aiming for the trip. Second one I'm aiming for the double. Either way, I'm hitting. I'm
Let's
closing
end
it up.
this.
Yeah.
I want to hang up the dartboard because I want to work on that again. But
I don't even have my darts anymore, man. I found 1 or 2 here or there.
I had
can't
the
find all
garbage.
3.
I had the garbage. I got a terrible set somewhere, and I got the shit darts that it came with the fucking board.
My barrels are too long anyway.
See, I gotta find a fucking. I knew a guy who owned a dart store, and he died.
Used to be one right over.
That's the one. I knew the guy who owned it.
It's
I
not
went
there
in.
anymore.
No, he died.
Oh, I didn't know.
His son
someone
lives
else-
across the street from us.
You didn't take it over or nothing, huh?
We couldn't afford to. He's a moron.
Oh.
He's a fucking moron. We call him storyteller.
Ah.
Just because he's always got a story to tell you. And very rarely does it sound like the truth. Oh, what was I doing? Oh, yes.
I don't know. Are you recording? Are we on?
We've been recording.
Nice.
We
Well,
just haven't
let's-
quite done the show yet.
Well, why don't we do the beginning of the show and then attach it to what we've been recording?
I'm going to throw what we've been recording in there somewhere.
Okay.
Because we've got probably 16 minutes, but it's got some silences and some talkbacks where...
So what?
We were
It's a
talking all the way back.
podcast. We do what we want.
Yeah, but you still want to... Okay, maybe we could do it as like a B-reel thing or something.
Oh, we.
Or I just edit
Our
out
whole
the...
show is a B reel, for Christ's sake.
This is true. This is true. Maybe I just fucking leave it just the way it is. I play the music. We go on, and I just I don't touch it.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Get back to what you wanted to talk about before, though.
What about what?
You wanted to fuck with religion.
Oh, I do. We're gonna talk about. That's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna play the music. We gotta play the music.
Gotta play music.
We still gotta come up with better music.
You gotta get a hold of Mike.
Well, that's fucking kind of your job.
Why is it my job?
Because he's your buddy. I don't see why you don't get this. This is easy math here.
Oh, you know, I'm just...
I can't ask this guy. I don't know him.
You know him.
Not for favors.
Yeah, you met him. He liked you. He was on your show.
Tell him to
Your
come back.
Facebook
You got
buddies.
tell him to come back to be on the show. Where we'll do music. We'll do a music show.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
And then we'll hit him up for the theme song. Like, you got to get into him about it, though.
Uh-huh.
He's a musician, so unless you...
Well, I mean, he's got, you know,
He could just give me permission to use a pink of his stuff and,
That's what I'm saying.
and write us, but we need some lyrics, too, to lay down over it, so it's a theme song.
Oh, okay. I got
I want a real theme song, not just introduction.
All right. All right.
I would like it to be both. To be a long enough theme song to be introduction music that you can do a little theme song and then pot it down.
What
and
are
talk
your
over it.
parameters for a theme song?
I would like it to be something about some words, even if we have to write it and perform the words.
Okay.
About it being a podcast, the podcast with Bill and Cory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even just something.
Okay.
We're going to talk about useless bullshit. Something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it kind of goes.
Or the white noise
pot
in
it
your
down.
background today. Just keep us on and keep us posting.
Like Stacy went with a rap.
You know, this is what I first thought when, you know, because of our name, A Podcast. I go, like, here we go. That's a rap thing. And I'm not a rap guy.
Well, okay. No. How about this? Maybe I went the wrong way. Maybe we find some oldie time fucking radio, raggy time fucking music.
No.
We throw the filter. We just welcome to E Podcast, the podcast with Cory and Buck, and we throw the folded fucking a couple filters on it to make it sound like it's coming over an AM fucking single speaker mono radio.
Oh man, I just had a fucking.
And it's like the Abbott Costello bit.
I just had a head rush and everything kind of went. No, it didn't go. It went woo. It got dark around the edges.
Oh, don't do that.
Why not?
Because we don't want to die.
It's like, wake up. Hey, look, you got headphones.
ROCpodcasts.com.